collusion is sort of what hasn't been proven here between whatever the Russians did and the Trump campaign.
No evidence of any collusion between the Trump campaign or people associated with the Trump campaign and the Russians.
Even the mainstream media is admitting that there's probably no Russia connection to the Trump White House. So why can't they stop talking about it? Is this really what American families want to know? Who better to ask than our panel of moms? Joining me right now, we have Beth on the front row in the orange. We have Josie next to her. In the back, we have Courtney with the glasses. And then we have Deborah in the blue shirt. Thank you, ladies, for being with us.
Thank you.
So, Beth, I'll start with you. Why is the mainstream media harping on this, even though you saw on the Sunday shows yesterday, they're finally admitting there's no connection, there's no evidence?
The mainstream media is continuing the story basically because it's a way for them to undermine President Trump's presidency. They want to infer that he shouldn't have won. And he's not their president. So they want to keep the story going. And personally, I think that the left, they need to stop their whining. We all know that cybersecurity is an issue. I mean, it's a fact that the DNC was hacked by Russia. So why doesn't the left get on board with President Trump and his administration? And let's work on, it's a nonpartisan issue, the cybersecurity. It's a national security issue. They need to work together.
Well, let me just ask, are any of you concerned that President Trump, his campaign, colluded with Russia to get elected?
No.
Any of you think that happened?
No.
And what I would say is if they want to uphold this narrative as if it's factual and it's not factual, so do an investigation, put the narrative aside, report real news, do away with the fake news, because Americans, quite frankly, we're all tired of it.
All right, so Josie, what do Americans care about? What do working American moms care about?
Well, for myself, I really am concerned about national security. I'm a mother of 3 children. I'm an immigrant, and my family are immigrants from Sicily and Syria. Mm-hmm. And I am concerned about our borders.
Your family's from Syria. What do you think about the Syrian refugee crisis? Do you want us to welcome them into the country?
I think that we need to take a pause. I think that we need to get control of our vetting process. We need to know who's coming into our country. I love being a security mom compared to being an angel mom. And for those of you who know what angel moms are, those
are women who have lost their
children. Yeah, from illegal aliens.
Right.
Right. Just to add to that point, Ainsley, I mean, looking at what kind of security do we have at our airports? Why aren't we talking about privatizing TSA? I think that the stats were if we converted 35 of our top airports in the country over the course of 5 years, we'd save $1 billion. TSA currently has a 95% fail rate. So is that really securing our airports, or is it just an illusion of security? And I think along with borders and vetting, we care. I mean, are we making sure that we're deporting illegals that have conducted criminal activity? Are we stopping those on terror watch lists from flying? Do they still have passports? Are they free to roam? Are we deporting them if they're here illegally? So we care about safety and security.
So you've all touched on security. What about jobs, the economy, Beth?
Well, I mean, obviously that's important too. And that goes back to the mainstream media and the fake news. They're not reporting on what Donald Trump's doing. Right. Donald Trump is doing exactly what Donald Trump said he was going to do. And the mainstream media is refusing to report facts. I mean, we could just take, for instance, the executive order. There was that new executive order on the travel, it's not a ban, but the travel order. Mm-hmm. And it was redone on March 6th. And, you have this judge in Hawaii that just has, said we're not going to follow it.
Right.
It's actually unconscionable. We have these liberal judges that are, legislating from the bench, and they're not doing their jobs. And where's the accountability? We have over 100 federal vacancies that President Trump has to fill. And I think that as a nation, as moms, we need to hope and pray. We need to pray that those vacancies are going to be filled by men and women judges who are going to uphold the Constitution.
Deborah, are you happy with the work that he's done so far? We're 56 days in.
Absolutely. When I'm hearing the reports that ICE, that 75% of the illegal illegal criminal immigrants, 75% have criminal records, and ranging from pedophilia and rape and the list is unconscionable. 75%.
We read that list of what they've been charged with, and it's like these are the people that he's trying to kick out of the country.
That's right.
Not separating moms from their kids.
Exactly.
As a mom, that's one of my concerns. If one of these illegals that is charged with rape is living next door to me,
right.
I don't want my daughter around him.
And I want to add, it would be irresponsible for the president and the government to not put the interests of American citizens first.
Correct.
Courtney. Yes.
No, I mean, just to that point of wanting to live somewhere, I mean, we all want to live and work and raise our families in a safe and secure country. And I think we all feel the same way, that wanting our president to fail is like wanting the airplane that we're all flying on to crash. So, I mean, we just really, really want to make sure he's successful and working in partnership.
And move on from the Russia stuff.
And move on.
All right.
It's done.
Yes.
Thank you. Beth, Courtney,
Thank you.
Deborah, Josie, thank you for being with us.
Thanks, Ainsley.
You're welcome. Former